David, could you just at the beginning, could you just check that and make sure it's like
All right. So, Cherie, please. All right, stand up, please. Allegheny Aikido. All right, so Morotadori Shihonage. Morotadori Shihonage. Yoka Menuchi Kokunage Relays. Shomenuchi Kokunage Relay. Kokunage Relay. All right, change your case, please. Ryokadadori Shihonage. Ryokadadori Kyo. gaze, please. Cherie2ndkyu. And the wheel throw, please. Those are all great. All right. Any technique from either kosadori or katadori, Uke's choice of the attack.
everyone, so we're making general specific comments. A couple things. First of all, I thought that looked really good. There are some specific issues that I have I'm going to comment on, but I thought the freestyle stuff went pretty well, and that you found techniques pretty easily. You know the shapes of most of the basic techniques really well. They come out nicely now. Megan, please. So I think that rather than thinking, oh, you have to learn the whole technique, you don't. But I think that back in the don't rush, and there's some beginning moments now. The beginning, more story, please. I realize this is where you're starting and things were nervous. So here is really strong. I can't do that. Generate some motion. So I would say this was the particular example for a Morozadori, for somewhere where she's being really strong. Now I want to do this hand. I can't get it. I've got to move. Okay. This is better. Now I can do a technique. So it was that, and then there's also some precision, small details. The one that came to mind, Akitadori, or what would it, actually, during the freestyle either attack, you did this twice. And that's kind of the raw without the raw. So cross hand. So if you're going to do raw, it's fine. But the emote doesn't need that extra takedown. That was more an extra bonus that you added rather than, I mean, you added it rather than not doing it. And I think that adding something that doesn't need to be there is not as big a problem as not adding things that do need to be there. I mean, Cisco Sensei was saying, you know, at some point you get to the point where rather than adding to your technique, you're throwing and throwing away and throwing away and throwing away. You're not to the point of throwing away yet. You need to keep adding. So I would say that really a thing to focus on, which will also help with the rushing, is to really begin the techniques well, to begin that blend well. So again, it's a counter. So here, I can take all the time in the world to get her to come. I don't need to hurry this, right? I won't photograph that. Throw those out. I don't need to photograph. I don't need to, I have, if she's coming, I can make this nice and big. Now, Shionage, Kotegaeshi, whatever, I can do a technique. So really work on that beginning blend and work on trying to find that relaxation earlier. Now you studied down after that first few techniques, you were really amped up. If I'd asked you to do a Morozadori Shionage halfway through the test, I'm sure it would have been a lot better because you got better as you went along. But I just wanted to make that technical point. But otherwise, I liked the freestyle. I liked a lot of what I saw on the weapon takeaway. There were some issues here and there. The randori was nice and calm and controlled. That was good. And it looked like you doing Aikido, which is, as Matt, that's something that Matt always comments on. I don't want to steal his thunder, but it's good that you're being yourself and not totally freaking out and being some other person. That's
I have to put my feet up right so you stays it too long. Yeah, I just want to make sure and look and make sure your toes are actually down. Nice test. I wanted to point out the randori was particularly nice because it was late in the test. You weren't kind of expecting it, and then all of a sudden there was randori, and you didn't hunt people. That's a really good start on developing a really good randori.
She was expecting it. It's on the list.
Yeah, I know, but I just say she looked surprised at the time. It's like, really?
I forgot.
Seriously?
It was
Huh?
on the list.
Yeah, she looked surprised.
It's on the list.
Yes, I know. Most of my comments have to do with, we just came from a seminar where the emphasis was on how to feel your technique and how to sort of be big and allow things to happen around you. Testing is kind of a different moment because during testing you're also trying to demonstrate little technical details. And probably my biggest comment was there were a few technical things that that happened that didn't quite match. There was the extra Nikkyo, but there was also a Sankyo pin after a Nikkyo that wasn't the correct pin for the right thing. And so I think that what Garth-sensei said of emphasizing your beginnings being nice, but then also trying to get all the technical details lined up is really important. And then my sort of final comment, is standing. This actually comes a little bit from Dan Sensei, which is how do you stand when you're doing a test? This just sort of, I'm walking around for a test, there's got to be a moment of quiet because they're coming to you. And that moment is when you're in yourself. You're not waiting for them to attack. It's not just, okay, I'm standing here, attack me. It's very connected. But there's a breath there, unless the person's really getting up and you're getting crazy with it. But generally there's a moment where you're quiet. And I like to see that in people, not because they're just standing there waiting, but because it shows that they own their mat, right? It's their test. The person's coming to them. It's 100% sure, right? You don't have to hunt them, and you don't have to you don't want to just kind of randomly walk around as they come at you. You want to be right there so that you can take the minimum movement you need to make your beginnings good. So those are really my comments. But otherwise, and the nice weapons kata coming along, that's good.
So a long time ago, when I wasn't quite as great, and I took my own EQ test, that's when it kind of hit me that, oh my God, oh crap, I'm actually getting far enough to scale that Shodan went from being sort of off in the distance, sort of unimaginable, to, oh crap, that might really happen. That was how I looked at tonight. Not, wasn't a Shodan test, but NICU to me says there's a very real possibility you will be taking a Shodan test in the near future. It's not guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. But it's far more likely for you than it is for someone that's just dismissed. From that perspective, I will simply take a phrase from one of my teachers. Good job. Keep training.
All right, well, since we never actually ended first class, we'll go ahead and do the correct etiquette, and we'll line up. Well, Chris, would you bow us out since you bowed us in? And then we'll take a short break, and then we'll have a somewhat brief second class. So, please. Do a quick circle.
Doesn't matter with me.
Let's do a quick circle.
Okay.
Let's standing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. I think he's sticking around, but thank you. You're sticking around for second topic? Thanks for Rod for driving down from Newcastle to train with us and for sharing up. Get run around a little bit. It's always good to see you. Yeah. So get a drink of water if you need it, and we'll. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to clap. I just wanted to drink water. All right.
Good job, Cherie.
Calm down.
Good job.